Hey guys, Metal Viking 82 here, back to show off yet more plunder that I've acquired over the last little while. Got another huge stack to run through here from various places like Amazon, Stabby Hamlet, among others. So we're just going to jump right into it. The first two are both from the same band. That band is Based or Best, I'm not exactly sure how you pronounce it. Death metal band out of Denmark, been around since 2015. Starting things off, we have Dance Macabre. And yeah, this is their debut full-length album put out by Century Meter Records in 2018. And then we have Justitia, which is their third EP overall, put out just last year by Century Media. And yeah, I've heard a lot about this band, heard a lot of hype around. Sorry, trying to fight the glare there. And they totally live up to it. I definitely want to pick up the rest of their catalog. Solid death metal band. Then I finally, let's see here. I believe this finally completed my collection of this band. I could be wrong. This is Weak Aside with Forward into Darkness. Get this out of the way here, sorry. And yeah, these guys were a death metal band from Emden, Lower Saxony, Germany, active between 2007 and 2019 when they split up. This is their third and final full-length album put out by FDA Records in 2018, and just pure straight up death metal. Kind of, you would think with the war theme and everything, it kind of has almost a bow throwerish feel, but yeah, just really solid German death metal. Definitely a band worth checking out. Then we have Gutted with looks like a self-titled. And yeah, this was a death metal band from Toledo, Ohio, active between 1992 and 1997 when they split up. This is their second and final full-length album, put out by Loudon Local Music back in 1997. This is a Repulsive Echo Records reissue from just last year. And it's got some bonus tracks on it here. Basically, tracks 6 to 9. Of course, I got to read my notes here because I can't really. Tracks 6 to 9 are actually 1993's Disease demo, which is the same as the original release of this album. And then tracks 10 to 14 are from 1991's Into the Gates of Insanity demo. So basically, they added an extra 4 tracks on here, threw in another demo on this particular version. So yeah, really solid death metal band. Highly recommend checking them out. All right, then we have Lucifixion with Indulge in the Macabre. Death metal band from Wauseon, Ohio, active between 1989 and 2008 when they split up. This is their debut full-length album, independently put out by the band in 1996. This is a Wang Quan Records reissue just from this year, and it actually contains their Born into Death demo from 1994 as bonus tracks, and of course has a cool little Obi strip there. I have an original pressing of this that I got from Stabby Hamlet, which is actually where I got this and got it from. And but when I saw this version, it had the demo as a bonus. I had to pick this up, and then he actually threw in a freebie, and this is a band that I've actually been wanting to get into, and this is a Battle Through Time from Undrask. And yeah, these guys are a melodic death metal band out of Greensboro, North Carolina. Been around since 2013. This is their debut full-length album put out by the band themselves. Listened to this a couple times. Really good stuff. In fact, I've got an order coming from them, hopefully sometime soon. And I asked the band to sign it, so I think that's why it's taking a little while to get here. So hopefully that'll be here soon. You'll probably be seeing this and some other cool stuff once that arrives. Next up, we have Gutted Christ with the Sower of Discord. And this is a band that is getting a lot of attention on Facebook here recently. But this is a black and death metal band from Virginia Beach, Virginia. Been around since 2010. This is the band's debut full-length album put out by Lost Apparition Records in 2018. And oh, this is just some absolutely savage sounding death metal here. Very blasphemous. They obviously do not care for Christianity at all, especially if you look at the artwork and just listen to the lyrics and everything. But this is almost like a more savage version of Deicide, I would say. Definitely go check this band out. Excuse me. Next up, Solar End with Subhuman Born. And this is one I actually picked up on a Bandcamp Friday. Excuse me. But yeah, this is a death groove metal band out of, where is that? Baxter, Minnesota. Been around since 2019. This is their debut full-length album put out by the band themselves just last year. Really, really cool death metal. This is one of those bands that, you know, somebody posted, oh, post your Bandcamp links and everything. And I checked this out. I was like, holy shit, this is really freaking good. So I picked this up, and I am really looking forward to their next one. I believe they might be working on a new one. But yeah, definitely go check that band out. All right. Next up, Element with Aeons Past. Technical death metal from San Diego, California. Been around since 2004. This is their debut full-length album put out by Brutal Bands in 2007. And this is some really awesome stuff. Very techy, just absolutely heavy as hell. Absolutely loved this album. I've been hearing a little bit about this band here recently, and so I finally checked them out. Really dug what I heard, so had to pick that up. Next up, Immortal Possession, The Resurrectionist. Death metal out of Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. Been around since 1989. This is their debut full-length album put out by CDN Records just last year. Just some awesome sounding Canadian death metal. It's been a little while since I listened to this, but I remember when I first got it in, I just spun this over and over. Really dig this album. Definitely go check them out. Next up, 7H Target with 0.00 Apocalypse. And this is a band that I've only recently started getting into in the last several months. But yeah, they are an experimental, technical, brutal death metal band out of Russia. Been around since 2010. This is their third full-length album put out by Savard Records in 2014. I picked up their most recent one. That was kind of my introduction to the band. Just brutal as all hell. The vocals are just absolutely sick. Go check this out if you love brutal death metal. All right, the last three. I don't see these versions listed on the Metal Archive, so I don't know if they were totally sanctioned by the band. I mean, I don't know. They were put up a distro that I normally buy from. I can't even remember which one I got them from. And just went ahead and picked them up. But this is Blazing Tomb with their self-titled. And yeah, these guys are a death metal band out of Richmond, Virginia. Been around since... I don't know when, because there was no date listed on the archives, but this is their debut EP put up by Nihil Productions just last year. Really solid death metal. I really dug this a lot, and they were totally unknown to me until I saw them on the site. And then we have a couple more Nihil Productions, or Nile Productions. I never know how people pronounce it, but this is Piss Rot with Piss Vile Gunk. And of course, I've had a tape of this for a while. But death metal out of Kingsport, Tennessee. Been around since 2021. This is their debut EP. This is put out, as I said, by Nile Productions last year, limited to 500 copies. I had the tape of this, and I absolutely love this EP. I think the band, they actually just put a new tape here not that long ago. Another EP, so I'm really looking forward to hearing some more from this band as well. And this last one is actually getting a reissue. I want to say through, oh God, who is putting that out? I want to say either Transylvanian or one of them. There's a label that's putting this out like an official version, because this is another one that I've had a tape of for a long time now. But this is Contusion with their self-titled. Death metal from the New Jersey, Washington, D.C. area. Been around since, again, don't really know, because there's no date listed on the archives, and I couldn't even find one on their Bandcamp. But this is the band's debut demo, put out independently last year by the band on tape. And this CD version was put out by Nile Productions just last year. Absolutely raw, savage stuff. I cannot wait for this band to put out more material, but have not heard anything about them putting out anything new. Just seeing some shows and stuff listed. And then, of course, like I said, I guess you can say, official CD version of this being put out. So, that is going to do it. Knocked out another huge stack here. Sorry if I'm rushing through these, but that is going to do it. Thank you so much for watching and subscribing. And until next time, stay brutal.